Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, this is going to be your weekly check-in in the area of love. It's general. It's not going to resonate with everyone, and that's okay. If it doesn't particularly resonate with you, go ahead and check out your other signs to see if one of those resonate with you. And if they don't, I don't need to know. You can keep it to yourself. You don't have to flood my comments with that. It's okay. There's plenty of other content out here on YouTube, as well as other content creators. There's other content on this channel. I don't need to hear it. Let's keep it pushing, all right? Let's keep it moving. We don't have to stop and dwell on things that don't suit us or don't fit us, all right? Because the energy is fluid and so this, I'm going to read from the perspective of Aries, okay? But feel free to switch it around if you see fit, and time is an illusion. So yes, we're stamping it for a particular time, but because time isn't linear as people would like to think, it could definitely have already happened, be in the middle of happening, or happen in the future, like way down the line, not necessarily within the week. So yeah, there's that. Now, we're going to read for singles or couples and singles. It's not necessarily romantic. So when I say couples, this is anybody that you already have a formed relationship with. It can be platonic. It can be friends. It can be family. It can be romantic. Okay. Take that into consideration while you're listening to this reading. It is the area of love. If you view love in only a romantic sense, then that is your issue and you will have to overcome that. I feel like I shouldn't have to say these things, and yet I'm looking at previous comments like, wow, how did you make it this far? Anyways, how do you not drown in the rain? Let's move forward. If you are looking at this in a romantic perspective and you feel like you want to leave the relationship, or you feel like there's a chance they're going to leave the relationship, make sure to stick around for the singles reading, because that can speak to you as well, okay? Now, coming to singles, that's just new people coming into your life. Again, it's not necessarily romantic love, okay? It is how it's resonating with you. It's the area of love, period. Let's do couples first. Again, couples means anybody that you have an already existing relationship with, not necessarily romantic. All right. The way they're feeling about you is that you're a bit of a challenge, Aries. Okay. They could almost be giving up hope. They could be getting tired of enduring, or maybe they feel like you've endured a great deal. For some of you, this is a person who wishes they could take the weight off of you. And I don't think that either they can, or they know how, or maybe they don't feel as though they're capable. Okay. It looks like you want to end it. It looks like you don't want to put forth any more effort into this. You don't want to give it another chance. It looks like you're tired. It looks like you're ready to go on to something new as well. Okay. Both of you look a little bit burnt out. Let's see what they're wanting out of this. Yeah, this is enough. It could be that they're too sad for you, or vice versa, because they just want, it's also somebody who only wants to visit you in the dark or behind the scenes, or, you know, at certain times of the day, or it's a little bit of convenience, but also like what I'm seeing here is like, it's just not working out anymore for either one of you. It's been a real challenge. It's been a lot to endure. And I'm seeing a little bit of burnout and giving up, at least as it stands here. That doesn't necessarily mean you'll break ties with this person overall, but it does mean something has to give. It's not working out in the way that it's currently going. Let's look into the combined energy for the two of you. Yeah, you both want to move on. You want something new. You want to transform. You want to go to the next chapter, whether that's together or apart, doesn't matter. It just needs to move. And it could be that you want to go ahead and move away from each other. So if you are in a living arrangement with someone, it could mean that you want to relocate either together or apart. Maybe you want to move. Yeah, you just want to move. Maybe you want some distance. Okay. Or maybe you feel like moving in together would create a lot, or help mend a lot of the problems that you're having right now. Now, what's hidden is the Four of Swords in the upright and the Devil. So I'm not getting the last scenario for very many of you. For most of you, it's that you want to separate. It's that you need some space. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean moving out from one another. If you are living together, that could just mean that, you know, maybe you start sleeping in separate rooms. Maybe it just means that somebody gets a space of their own. Like maybe you take the shop or the storage and create like a woman cave or a man cave or something like that. It could just be that somebody needs outside friends, you know, something else, something new, something different. but it does overall look like space. Looks like somebody wants a break. Honestly, they want a break because they feel like this relationship is too toxic for them. Whether that is actual toxic behavior or just not communicating effectively and finding solutions to issues. It's almost at this point like the issues are being created because there's not enough space. And then with there not being enough space, it's almost like pressure to be in the space more, which is creating more of an issue. It's like what you're doing to try to solve the issue is actually creating more of an issue at this point. And what's hidden overall is somebody just wants a break from that. They want to rest. They want to rest from this. It's getting overbearing for them or for you, whoever that's for. Let's look at the outcome, the possible outcome here. Well, it looks like you stay stuck in it for a while, stuck in the conflict. It doesn't look like you go anywhere. You're committed. Now, there is a change of events. There is something faded when truth comes out, and deception that's been going on here does kind of come out to play. I mean, it comes out to the surface, okay? There could be someone else that's here creating a rift or creating a wedge. Especially if this person is in a relationship with somebody else, committed to someone else, or has a baby mama, baby daddy, that person is creating a rift. And what's hidden, this person is likely stuck, either you or this person is likely stuck in either old habits that they formed with that person or the idea that they will be back with that person. This person is a bit indecisive, and I think that's probably why you're done with it here, okay? Could be old friend groups, could be any number of things. Let's go ahead and get some, I think I may go back and clarify one or two things. Let's see, we'll see. Let's get an oracle here. Spreading of conditions, influence, and impact. Yeah, this is kind of like, it's spreading like disease. This person's irregular thought patterns and old habits and just the way that they're not moving forward, however you would like to move forward, or vice versa, or maybe they're stuck in a way that you far surpassed like years ago. Maybe you see yourself in them from like many years ago, and you're just not there anymore, and you're having trouble kind of relating to their situation because you're so far removed from that behavior and that way of thinking currently. And it does seem to be kind of putting you back or somehow having an effect on you. It's like it's rubbing off, right? When someone starts rubbing off on you, that's what this is. Okay? It's having a major impact even on your life, on your energy levels, on your mental state. It's just I'm feeling like I don't have the energy for this anymore. Pretty simple and not so simple. We've got a card here. Let's see what the sun is. Let's do the sun. Yeah. They're not really building. Yeah, they want to go back to something that they had before you. And they're not, so that's why they're not putting a lot of effort into this. They're very stuck. They're not really making the changes that they probably said they would make. They're going through a weird bout of depression. Now, I will say this looks very off and on. It looks like you had a good run, and then they're kind of like right back, or going right back into the space that they were whenever you met, or in the past, or something like that. It's like you've seen them this way before, and then they got out of it, said they were getting out of it, said they wanted to work with you, said they wanted to build with you, said they wanted a future with you, and now you see that they're kind of going into their old behavior patterns, and they want that. They actually want that. They actually want something back that they had before. All right, let's look at the Seven of Wands. Now, that something that they had before could be an older version of you as well. So it's not necessarily another person, but for many of you, it is. The Three of Wands in the reverse position. Again, they don't see a future with you that they did before, okay? Something has changed. Now, remember, this is just a weekly check-in, so this could change, all right? Ten of Coins in the reverse position. Again, they do not see what they saw with you before, or what they thought they saw. They don't feel about you how they used to, okay? And not in a good way. Let's do the Eight of Swords. Knave of Cups. Knave of Wands. This person is very back and forth. They're very indecisive. and it's kind of at your expense, unfortunately, is how it's coming through. Four of Wands and Five of Swords in the reverse position. You are something solid. With you, they shine bright, they're harmonious, they know that they're a better person with you, but for whatever reason, they keep getting pulled back to past behaviors, past relationships, past friend groups, past belief systems, and they're very back and forth. Now, how far you're going to go with that and how much you're going to deal with that is going to be what you believe you can handle, but I don't see you dealing with that much longer, if at all, okay? Five of Wands in the reverse position. Yeah, you want to be done with it. You're tired of not being around people that support you. You don't want to deal with the gossip. You don't want to deal with the negative energy. Yeah, and you don't want to be consistently conflicted about a situation. Like, you just want to live your life, and you want something solid. You don't want to be so conflicted every time you turn around. Yeah, you're tired of being stuck here, period. You don't want this. I don't see you wanting this, whether that's the relationship overall or just needing a change of pace or needing the relationship to grow and go in a different way. Perhaps just changing the dynamic of the relationship and not necessarily breaking ties with the person would help. That remains to be seen. But overall, you do have it seems as though you have an awesome effect on this person, but the energy is not mutual. They actually have an opposite effect on you and your life. Okay, the impact that they have is in a much more negative state. So again, maybe that's something you can work out, maybe not. Let's move into the singles. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All right, weekly check-in for singles. Now, again, this is not necessarily romantic love, so this could just be overall friends coming your way. We are going to look at it. Most people are interested in love, so, you know, that's how it'll kind of be portrayed, but not necessarily, okay? One more shuffle here, Aries. All right, let's go. Wow. Wow. You have someone coming in for you, and maybe even this is a better version of yourself, but overall, you have someone coming in for you that is a very, very, very strong spiritual connection. You will click with this person on a much more spiritual level. Okay, which makes sense because the feminine is rising right now. It has been. So anybody that's probably watching tarot right now is either already risen to new heights and embracing the power of their feminine self, their higher self, their, you know, some people call it like the God self or whatever. I don't know how much I'm into that, but whatever you identify with. And if you are watching this and you haven't stepped into that yet, you're likely at a crossroads where you are either, you know, you need to step into that, or you're going to get left behind and your life is going to get hard. You're either going to completely plug into the system that is at hand, or you're going to try to elevate and figure out a way to get out of here, okay? Because things are changing drastically and fast. All right, let's look at the attraction. All right, you're honest with each other. Okay, that's the attraction. You don't have a lot of like yucky energies about you. You're very free people, it seems like. You're not trying to offer anything to that person that is actually not being able to be provided. Okay, you're not trying to come across bigger than you are, freer than you are, more obligated than you are, anything like that. It's like you're, wow. Yeah, I would say that's a pretty good connection, and attraction is just overall honesty. Okay, let's look at the personality type of this person. Okay. They're non-confrontational. They mean what they say. If they rush in or go forward, it's because they want to. Now, this Five of Pentacles kind of spun around in a weird way here. What I'm getting from this is a person that's not scared to walk away from something, okay? They're not scared to walk away when it's time to walk away. They also don't push to get in where they don't feel welcome or where they don't feel they belong, okay? I do not get that this is a pushy person. Let's look at the challenges. Challenge is keeping hope. Okay, the challenge is staying shining bright from whatever has happened to you, especially from previous losses and things that have happened. Yeah, things that have happened to you in the past, relationships that have gone sour, the way people have treated you. Some of you may be coming out of an actual grief and mourning period. Okay, so the challenge here is getting back out there, letting yourself shine bright, and not letting basically life get you down, and also thinking that you're worth it, and also knowing your worth. Let's look knowing your worth. Let's look at the advice. Okay, the advice is to remember to celebrate yourself, okay? Remember, like I said, knowing your worth. Celebrate yourself, okay? Make sure that you know who you are, what you're bringing to the table. And you want to make sure to stay in your abundance. There's a warning here for you to not get too down. Yeah, the advice is to not let a breakup get you down. Don't let it put you back to a situation where you were in the past, okay? So it's like previous breakups and the way people have done you have kind of made you take yourself off of the table, take yourself off or out of the equation, make you think that all of the things that happened were necessarily your fault or you were the cause of. No, that's not true. Sometimes people cheat because they want other things. Sometimes people are mean because they're having a bad day. Some people don't treat you like you're worth it because they don't believe they're worth it. It doesn't always have to do with you. People are the way they are sometimes because that's the way they are and not necessarily anything to do with you. So remember that going forward. That's your advice, is to don't stop trying to reach your best self and your potential just because you've had a shitty spout of relationships or people and run-ins with people. Okay, that's your advice. Let's look at how and where you're going to meet this person. Wow. In something like-minded. So yeah, you meet this person really fast. It takes off. You just click. And it's something that you both like. It's something that you're both committed to. So let's say you're both committed to like volunteer work, activism, humanitarian, spiritual, church, maybe you're both committed to work, research, yeah, whatever this is, it's like something that you're both very passionate about, committed to, and it's a level of communication. There's something like very common ground, a common interest that you two can kind of discuss, all right? Yeah, you meet this person when you're in your authenticity and vice versa. Yeah, it's something, you feel like this person just gets it or just gets you. Like you'll have this immediate understanding. And maybe in a way that you've never been able to speak to someone before, or you've never been able to vibe with someone before. Maybe they feel that way about you. It's pretty natural feeling. It feels good. Creator, catalyst, maker, Mother Earth, 9. Okay, so this person could be a catalyst for someone to come. You may also be that for this person. But also, remember what I said right here about the advice and the challenge. Make sure that you understand sometimes people come as a catalyst for the actual person that's supposed to be in your life. So that's why it's important for you to not let these situations get you down and make you lose your light and make you give up hope, because the people or person or whatever you're kind of like mourning may have just been a catalyst for this one, okay? Anticipation, bright prospects, and wish, hope, that's a 5. Major changes coming for you. Remember, you got hope twice, wishful thinking, major changes. It's coming for you. Don't give up, all right? I love you so much, Aries. That's what I have for you, and I'll see you next time.